as well. Dr. Nab here with us. We now have Tropical Storm Harvey, still have Invest 92L, and that third area to watch, and each look to take a different path, but really keeping everybody in play.
Yeah, we even have an Invest in East Pacific and another wave over Africa. That'll be the next one in the train. So we had our triple threat that we talked about. So one has developed, and 92L is the one that, out of all of these, has the greatest chance to affect the United States in some way, shape, or form. We're just not exactly sure what state it will be in or what state it will affect.
One thing, though, that's been pretty consistent with the models has been the general direction. That's barely wavered, I feel like, the last few days.
Yeah, because we do have pretty well-established high...
Now, we're extrapolating out a couple of days. You know, we like to talk tropics here at Weather Underground, but we're also talking about the potential for there being a tropical cyclone and the path of totality simultaneously. This is a pretty rare event, but now that we're heading into late August, you know, our chances of getting a tropical cyclone are pretty high. But check this out. Here in the yellow line is the path of totality. So that's where we are expecting the moon to completely obscure the sun. Well, the models are indicating that we might have a tropical cyclone in the Atlantic in the path of totality. That was the Euro model. This is now the US GFS model showing you there might be an area of spin here crossing that line. So that's going to be super cool no matter what. But now, this is fairly rare. Just to give you an idea, this has only happened twice on record here for hurricanes, and also twice on record that we've had a tropical storm or depression. But it's fun to think about what might happen with this, Mike, you know, because we like to talk science.
You know, we've talked a lot about temperatures, and we're forecasting temperatures to drop once the eclipse happens because you're going to reduce the solar radiation. Could that, at least in some regard, have an impact on a tropical system and maybe what we look at out in the Atlantic?
Yeah, I mean, if it were longer, I think it would be totally possible. Because it's maybe 2.5 minutes, it's highly unlikely. But it's fun to think about if it were longer, you know, if we had a little more time.
Because we really need hours of cooler temperatures. What happens when the temperatures cool with a tropical system?
Right. So if we did have that case and we have a tropical system, what's going to happen is those clouds at the very top of the system are going to cool off. Overnight, when we lose the sunlight, the radiation right here at the top of the clouds can radiate out to space. That has a cooling effect on the atmosphere up top. Now, this is a cross-section of a hurricane, so we're looking at a slice right through. But if we have cool temperatures on top of the system, we've got warmer temperatures down below. These are in contact with the ocean surface. It's lots of humidity. This is never a situation the atmosphere likes to be in because that is unstable. So what we're going to have is the atmosphere is going to try to recorrect itself. So we're going to get upward motion in here in the same region that we already have upward motion in the eye wall. Anytime that you get increased thunderstorm activity, especially near the center of the storm, that's going to help intensify the system because these deep thunderstorms are going to draw more air in to help replace it and go upwards. And when you get that air moving inwards towards the center of the cyclone, that has an accelerating effect on the storm, which in turn affects the intensity. So while we're not expecting this to happen during the eclipse, you know, this is how it would come together. Wow, it looks like a lot of colors here.
But it would be like a Hollywood movie, I feel like. Here comes the eclipse and the hurricane just goes nuts, right? But probably not exactly reality.
Not quite.
Right, but fun to talk about, Dr. Navarro.
Specific on a few cities, including Boston. It's going to be Friday night that brings your best storm threat. So Friday night plans, dinner, movie. Movie might be the better bet than, say, dinner out on a patio. You know, you've got that restaurant in town you wanted to go to that has the great outdoor seating. Could be a tough night for that. Anything we see on Saturday would be spotty, but there still is the chance of some thunderstorms. In New York City, Friday, late day commute could be a troublesome one because we've got severe storms in the forecast through that 5 to 6 p.m. time frame. They'll be wrapping up by early Friday night. So into the overnight, you're going to be okay around New York City. And in a place like Philadelphia, could see some thunderstorms late Thursday night into early Friday, not out of the question to see a few rain showers. But the main act, the big show as far as the best chance of severe weather, that's going to be coming in during the afternoon. Also during that late day commute time on Friday. So 95 corridor, Schuylkill Expressway, Blue Route, all could be a problem. They'll be wrapping up early Friday night, those thunderstorms. And in Washington, D.C., another spot where Dr. Navarro mentioned that opportunity will exist for flash flooding. Thursday night, any storms would be hit or miss. Your best chance, more coverage. That'll be coming in later in the day Friday. Late day commute, wrapping up early into the evening. All right, I want to head back over with the guys, and we got to talk tropics. We've got a lot to watch, including our newly named storm, Harvey.
Yeah, and we know that it's a tropical storm because of data from the